If juicy, smoky kebabs are your thing, this one's for you. Hi, you're with Wendy and Shannon. Today we're turning ground beef into melt-in-your-mouth beef kebabs that are bursting with deliciousness, and you'll be hooked after one bite. Now let's get started. For this recipe, I've chopped 2 medium red onions and I'm going to add it to a blender. We're going to puree it till it's smooth. This is the first step to extracting the juice from the onions. So now that we've pureed it, we're going to take a bowl, put a sieve into it and line it with a muslin cloth. Let's empty the pureed onion into it and squeeze out all the juice. Just look how much juice we are able to extract. This is an important step and should not be skipped because we do not want any extra moisture in the kebab mix. Now in the same blender, we're going to add 1/3 cup of fresh mint leaves, half a cup of fresh coriander leaves, 1 inch of ginger, which I've cut into smaller pieces, 6 cloves of garlic, which I've also chopped into smaller pieces, and 3 green chilies, which we're going to chop and add to the blender. Now we're going to pulse them together till they're finely chopped, and then we're going to set them aside in a bowl. Now you could add the spices directly in the bowl, but I'm just going to make it in a smaller bowl because you can make a bigger batch of the spice mix and preserve it in a jar for use later. So now in a small bowl, we're going to combine 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, and I'm using Kashmiri chili powder here, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of Garam Masala, 1 teaspoon Red Chili Flakes, half a teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper, and I've roasted 1 teaspoon of Coriander Seeds, and now we're going to coarsely crush it in our mortar pestle before we add it to the spice mix. Now we're going to mix the spices till they get well blended before we keep them aside. Now it's time to grab a big mixing bowl and add 2 pounds of ground beef to it. Now you want the beef to have a good fat content in it. And now to that we're going to add the spice mix, the ground and drained onions, and the herb mix. Now for a fresh tangy flavor, we're going to add the zest of half a lemon, or you could add the zest of a full lime. To tenderize the meat and for those spongy kebabs, we're going to add half a teaspoon of baking soda. And to bring out all the flavors, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt, or you could add salt to taste. Now if you're using lean ground beef like I've done, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter. It's time to get those gloves on and mix all the ingredients together like you mean it. And we're going to keep mixing for about 8 to 10 minutes till the meat has softened and has got a slightly stringy texture. Now we're going to cover the bowl with a plastic wrap and we're going to refrigerate it for 30 minutes to an hour so that the meat gets a chance to relax. But you can also keep it overnight for best results because the flavors will get a chance to mix and mingle. When you're ready to prepare the kebabs, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. We're going to take a portion of the meat mixture and we're going to smoothen it out in our hand till there aren't any cracks. Then we're going to take a metal skewer and start shaping the kebab on it. We're going to stretch it down the length of the skewer, making sure that it's even before we use our fingers to create little indents on it. This is completely optional, but it will add a traditional touch. Now that we finished forming the first kebab, we're going to place the skewer on a lined baking sheet. And now we're going to continue making the rest of the kebabs. Keep a bowl of water handy so you can occasionally dip your hand in the water to prevent the mix from sticking to it. This will leave you with smooth, well-formed kebabs. From this mix, you're going to get about 12 to 14 kebabs, depending upon the size of the kebabs you make. But for today, we're just going to be making 6. And we're going to keep the rest of the mix in an airtight container, covering it with a plastic wrap so that no excess moisture gets into it. Now we're going to refrigerate it and use it later. Now let's place this in our preheated oven and we're going to bake them for 8 minutes on one side. Then we're going to flip them over and bake them for another 8 minutes on the other side. And for that authentic flavor and char, we're going to broil them for 2 minutes on both sides. Now we're going to take them out and let them rest for about 2 to 3 minutes before we gently slide them off the skewer. So we are first going to push back and then push forward to ease them off the skewer. I can't wait to break one open. Wow, just look how juicy these kebabs are. To plate the kebabs, we're going to take a tray and place the rumali rotis down first. Then we're going to place the kebabs, add some of the green chutney and some white sauce. And the recipe links to both these are going to be left in the description box below. And for some extra zing, we're going to hit it with some freshly squeezed lemon juice. Oh my goodness, look at that. Now, I love enjoying these kebabs on some rumali roti sprinkled with some finely chopped onions, tomatoes, then the kebab, then the green chutney and the white sauce. And we're going to roll it up and enjoy it. And now it's time to give our beef kebabs a taste. Wow, it's looking so delicious. I'm so excited. Oh. Wow, these beef kebabs are the real deal. They are absolutely delicious. And whether you're making them for a party, a weeknight meal, or just because you fancy, I'm sure you're going to be making them on repeat. So don't forget to subscribe to With Wendy and Shannon for our no-fail, flavor-packed recipes every time. So hit on that bell icon so you're the first one to get notified and follow us on our socials. Thanks for watching. See you soon.